The grind ain't just working, y'all. When I talk about the grind is real, and the grind, you know, is the hard work, the labor work and the heat and all that. But, you know, a great big part of the grind is being disciplined in your head with the money that you make from all the labor, the heat and all that. You gotta be able to manage things. Okay, y'all, good morning, good morning. It's doing what we do, man, doing what I do anyway. I hadn't heard from Zach. I didn't know if he, you know, was gonna try to work today or not. But he must not be too hungry, man, because I ain't heard from him. So I figured if he was really wanting to work, he would, you know, he would text me, hey man, we got any, are we working today? But I ain't heard anything, man. So, and it's 9 o'clock, so and that's okay with me. I don't, you know, I'm good with that. I don't really, you know, have to do anything today. So by now y'all have seen the little oil change video, and I do that kind of thing all the time. You know, well, I do it on just about all my vehicles. So all of them but my wife's car, but it's under warranty, so they do all that. Yeah, and I got oil all over me. That's the only thing I don't like about changing oils. I usually get oil all over me, but you know, I basically saved about 70 bucks, so, and the time. I appreciate all the comments and the views on that video yesterday. It takes a lot of effort to do a video, y'all, and you know, the likes and the views and the comments are, well, that's the best way to show any creator or whatever you want to call me. The views and the likes and the comments are the best way to show that you guys are interested or whatever, you know. So, you know, I'm grateful and thankful for all that, man. I've been trying to make the videos a little less truck talk. Might not be the case today because of the fact that we're going down here to kind of look, and I'm going to be observing things from the truck. And I got the GoPro right here too, so I just want to ride down through here and kind of see where all the damage is, and maybe I can get some work out of it. So I'll try to see if y'all can see this. Y'all see that? Look, see, this is more like a job that I would want to take on. So, see, it's all up on the house there. I come over here with the Bobcat and the grapple bucket, man, and I could literally get that right off the house. So, it'd be really easy to do. Got to protect the air conditioner. I'm gonna leave them a card, y'all. But those trees are pretty big, man. Y'all see that? So I left them a card, and we'll see what they say. Wow, y'all. So what happens when the damn storm comes through? See that sign right there? No gas. No gas. No gas. That's crazy, man. Look. You know, I've had a lot of guys come in the comments always talking about, you know, when I talk about making money with a Bobcat or a piece of equipment or whatever, and they talk about, well, everybody ain't got money. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know what to say to that. I understand that everybody don't have money. I don't really have money either. So, people, you know, well, when you come in the comments and you and you're saying things like, well, ain't nobody got no money for all that. What that tells me is well, not all the time, but it tells me you might be able to be, and you need to look at maybe being a little bit more sassy with your money that you do make. You know, I mean, I didn't start off, you know, with a Bobcat. I didn't, you know. But I always had, you know, after I saw that somebody could, you know, a dude I know was in the Bobcat game, and he was an older dude, and I mean, I saw him at the parts place, and this has been probably 12 years ago. I saw him at the parts place, and he had a Bobcat. No, it wasn't a Bobcat, it was a skid steer, and it was a track machine. I think it was a Cat, and it was on his trailer. I'll never forget it. And you know, I've been in business, you know, 3 or 4 years, 3 years, something like that. You know, not a real long time, right? And I remember going up, and this dude was old, and I was probably 38 or so, and I considered him old. He was probably 60, you know, 61, 62, something like that. He was an older gentleman, and I asked him right there, you know, I saw him. I had seen him at a big job that I was working on out on a farm, and I met him out there, and me and him became friends. We're not really friends, but just associates. When we see each other, hey, I ain't seen him in a long time. But in my small area that I live in, that's, you know, so he's in line at the parts, at the auto parts place, and so am I. And I'm like, hey man, so how you doing? He's like, you know, pleasantries and all that. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I gotta go out here to this job and, you know, take the skid steer out there. And he did forestry mulching. And he had a nice machine, a lot nicer than what I got. And I said, man, do you ever regret buying that machine? And well, I said something like that, you know. And he's like, oh no, young man, that's the best thing I ever bought. So we're talking, and I'm, you know, I'm taking it all in. I'm a young buck, man. I ain't sure what I'm gonna do with my life. I ain't sure what I'm headed to. I ain't sure about a lot of stuff. You know, I didn't know that I'd be doing this, what I'm doing now. You know, I didn't know. Me and him had a long conversation that morning at, you know, out there in the parking lot at the parts place, just kind of just country boys, you know, kicking it. And he's like, thing I ever bought. It didn't come easy, you know. I took all my 401k. Apparently he worked a job or something. Took all my 401k and I bought this equipment, and I'm so glad I did. I just wish I had done it earlier. And so from that point on, in my business and in my life, I was always looking at these machines. You know, not trying to buy one because I wasn't even on the same. I mean, I couldn't even afford a freaking lawnmower. You know, I mean, I was struggling. But I never lost sight, and I never forgot what that dude told me. And I always aspired. As I got older, I started thinking, man, if that dude can do that at 60-something, and, you know, have his big boy truck, I said, man, I ain't got no money for none of that. But he kept telling me, look, you just stay doing what you're doing and be smart with your freaking money, and, you know, you can get one of these on credit and make money, you know. And I'm like, yeah. Just like you guys are doing me now. Yeah. But it's possible, man. It's very possible. So don't get discouraged because things ain't going exactly like you predicted they would go. You just keep doing the next right thing, the next logical thing, you know, and that things will happen for you. Of course, it's not going to be comfortable all the time, but if you're young in the game that I'm in, you know, with mowers and everything, you don't really recognize it as being not comfortable all the time. It's just survival. And that is where I'm coming from. It was just survival. I didn't know, you know, oh man, this is such a hardship. I didn't really realize it. I was just doing what made sense for the next, you know, not a big deal, right? So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, man, and let you guys know, hey man, it ain't always been like this, and it might not always be like this. You know, the ebbs and flows of life can change drastically, good or bad. So, you know, I could run this truck off into the ditch right now and hurt myself and be down, you know, for a long time. You got to kind of, I don't know, man, open yourself up to a goal, and then, you know, try to get that goal. And you may have to go around a windy ass road to get to that goal, but you got to keep that goal in your head the whole time. I never forgot after me and dude talked out there in front of that auto parts place, what he told me. And I never forgot that, man, that's where I need to be, because this mowing grass and stuff, and I was only in like year 3 or 4. But I knew that I was going to have to pay my dues, and I knew that I was going to have to go through a lot of crap to get there. And basically, you know, I just put the grind down, put my nose down, and did what I did, and do what I do, right? So, you know, people act like I ain't never been broke. I've been broke, and I mean, in the grand scheme of life, I'm still broke. I'm just manipulating my money in a way to make it where I can, you know, get the things I need to make more money. At the end of the day, it all comes down, you got to be able to hold a dollar, and you got to make smart moves today for tomorrow. You can't be thinking about today and say, well, you know, I'll do that on the next job. No, you just got to do what makes sense. And for me, it was save money, bank money, bank. You know, so yeah. But it was year 10, year 11. I mean, yeah. And I had tried to buy one. I had tried to buy one in year 10, but I didn't have the money. I didn't have it. You know, and I went down to the bank to borrow the money, and they wouldn't let me borrow it. They just wouldn't do it. You know, and so what that told me, even back then, you know, you always got to be looking in the mirror. What that told me was, okay, that means I'm not ready to buy one. That means that my business is not ready. I'm not ready. Let me put the grind back down and grind on. So that's what I did. And then I put the grind down. I banked my money best I could, and I didn't think. I knew that a bigger machine was in my future, because that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know anything. So the grind, that's what it was. And the grind ain't just working, y'all. You got to be able to manage things in a way where you can, you know, minimize your expenses. If I, like, for instance, if I couldn't fix anything and I just took everything to the shop over the past 15 years, I wouldn't have a Bobcat. There ain't no way. But I've saved enough money in the business to actually make a purchase like that. Saved enough money. So when, you know, a lot of you guys, you know, ain't got the money to buy a machine, is it a goal of yours to buy a machine? Have you really made it a priority in your head to buy a Bobcat? You made it a priority to buy those boots, those shoes, you know. You made it a priority to buy, you know, the things that you want. I have found that most people, when they put their brain towards something, that they can actually, you know, acquire whatever they're trying to do. You know, it ain't easy, but it ain't as difficult as your brain is telling you it is. You know, in the foresight of it. See stuff like that right there. This tree right here. See, that's right up my alley. Little homeowner stuff. Yeah. So here's a job right here, y'all, that that I could probably do. Clean up and create a burn pile. So yeah. Like this stuff right here, y'all, this would be a little bit too much too for me to want to tackle on. I'm just not ready for that kind of thing. You know, you gotta have a chipper, or I mean, this work is just huge, man. It's a lot of freaking work. You almost, you can come over here to this church right here though, and you clean all this up. This ain't nothing. They got a water leak somewhere. There's a lot of water on the ground right there. Here's another tree. See, I could get that tree up. I could do that tree. So I'm gonna leave them a card. Another thing too, in this area there's a lot of renters, so you're gonna have to get to where you're dealing with the owner. So the man lift, you get that right there. I could do that one. So you'll see that one right there. I could get that. Oh my God, man! Look at all this, dude. Wow. Let me tell you, just going to push that house over. See that tree that hit that house? Look at that. It's amazing. It's just amazing, y'all. It's sad, man, but there's nothing you can do about that part of it. You could be sad, but that, you know. Here's another one right here too that I could get. You see, this is the kind of work that you want to get if you're me. You back the man lift up right there, and you can do all that. See that? I mean, it ain't done no major damage to the house. Yeah. So, but all those vines and stuff in that tree right there, it done choked that tree to where it done killed it, and makes it easier to push over. Look at this tree, y'all. Oh my God. I want y'all to see how big that root ball is. Look at that. And all they basically done is just got it out of the street so traffic can go through. But you see the power line and all still on the street? Yeah, all that wood in the back there, that's crazy, man. But you're gonna have to deal with a lot of people that ain't even living here. And that's one way, you know, doing work like this kind of thing, one way you get ripped off too, where people won't pay you and that kind of thing. You know, see, they done come through here and pretty much got it where they can get to the power lines. That's what that's their goal. Their goal ain't to, you know, their goal is to restore power. Yeah. Look at that one. That house is total, dude. Wow. It's crazy, man. There's another one. See, I wouldn't want to take that on right there, because if you slip up, the tree come on down, you might crush the whole fucking house. I'll do that one though. Look at the one in the back. These properties are freaking crazy, man. Wow, dude. See. I'll do that tree. Yeah. See. It's sad, man. It really is sad, dude. It's freaking stupid, man. I mean, what do you, I mean, dude, oh my God. Look how big that shit is, dude, compared to that van, man. Y'all see that shit? Ooh, boy. Look. Damn. It's devastated this whole community here, dude. You know, we think about the money part of it, man. You know, making money, but dude, when you see stuff like this, man, out your back door, and you already ain't got no money, you're already on the poverty line, dude. Oh my gosh. Look, it's everywhere, man. Look at that big ball right there, dude. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't even know what to say to all this, man. This is just, I've never seen anything like this in my life, man. Never. And I haven't seen not any chippers yet. Except I hear one down here. Just everywhere, man. And they trying to get the power on, so look how big that stump is back there.